Doesn't look much different, does he?
Oh my god, handsome.
If I give you my full name, it's Ernest Ruppel. I was born in Gotha, in Germany, on the 28th of January 1933, which was the same month that nasty Hitler got power in Germany. My memories of Germany, frankly, are very few and far between. For some reason, I was nearly 6 years old when we left Germany, but for some reason I have a mental block, most probably self-induced, because when we came to this country I was determined to become British. We came to England right at the tail end of 1938. The reason we came to England was that my father was arrested on Kristallnacht in 1938 and thrown into a concentration camp called Buchenwald. My mother, who was not Jewish, was terrible, you can imagine, in a terrible state. And she went up and she knew that one of the top nasties in Gotha always had his coffee at a certain time in a certain restaurant. She bribed the waiter to ask him to come out and see her. He was the sort of character, he always carried a whip, and if he didn't like somebody he would whip them, most probably Jews. Nevertheless, he came out and we was in a good mood, and my mother asked him, "My husband is in Buchenwald." He replied, "Oh yes, I know. How do I get him out?" And thank God it was a good mood. He said, "Well, if you get a visa and a boat ticket for him to leave Germany on such a date, we will release him for that date." And so she rang Frank Law, who was the contact, and said, "Do you know anybody at the British Embassy?" And as luck would have it, he said, "There's a chap called Foley, Frank Foley. He's a relation of my solicitor. Try him." She did try him. He flew out on KLM. And because my mother was so obviously intent on getting him out of Germany as quick as possible, and he was so tired that when he climbed onto the KLM plane, he immediately fell asleep. The plane is now flying up, heading towards England, and he's fast asleep. The stewardess walks over, shakes him, and she says, "I know where you have been. I can tell. I just wanted to tell you we've crossed the German border."